The N10 road between Cookhouse and Ncuba in the Eastern Cape has been reopened to traffic. Motorists were left stranded for almost 8 hours after 2 trucks were involved in a head-on collision. The snow also added to the delay as tow trucks big enough to retrieve the wreckage had to navigate through it. The Provincial Transport Department has apologized to those affected motorists. 5 people have died in another crash in the province, and we'll find out more about that one with transport spokesperson Unathi Binqose, who joins us now. Unathi, good morning. I'm sure that your transport and emergency response teams have had their hands full this morning with those 2 incidents, a head-on collision, and then this latest one that I'm sharing with our viewers now. Just talk to us about the accident in which 5 people were killed.
The adverse weather conditions seemingly have had a hand in this one as well. I've been to the scene of the accident myself, and I've seen it for myself, and it collaborates with what the driver of the taxi had said, who was among the survivors, that he was trying to avoid a tree that had fallen onto the road, but unfortunately in trying to swerve off the road, he lost control of the vehicle and it overturned, killing the 5 people. The deceased are 2 adult males as well as 3 adult females. The scene is still active. The road remains closed to traffic. We're trying to retrieve the wreckage of the minibus taxi, and the injured have been rushed to hospital already.
We didn't talk about the location of that one, Unathi. Where did that happen?
This one happened on the N2, just outside East London towards Butterworth, at an area called Tinza. It's one of those stretches, Iman, that we are seeing a lot of crashes on. I mean, not so long ago, I think a fortnight ago, we reported about an accident that involved some bikers, where 3 people died on that stretch. And having a look at it, it's one of those stretches that are fairly well maintained. So one of the problems that we're having there in the past has been the issue of speed. But in this instance, it's got to be said that the adverse weather conditions that we're experiencing have had a serious hand in it, in that a tree has fallen into the middle of the road, and in trying to avoid it, the driver lost control, and 5 people unfortunately died in that crash.
And I guess visibility would have been an issue here as well. Just talk to us about the condition of the road. I don't want to make any assumptions. A tree had fallen over. Is this also one of the areas that have been affected by bad weather, Unathi?
The bad weather has engulfed just about every corner of the Eastern Cape. High-lying areas were experiencing some heavy snowfalls, which have forced the closure of some mountain passes, whereas in coastal areas like East London, Gqeberha, we're seeing some strong winds that may have caused that tree to fall, and of course some heavy rains, which makes the road a bit skiddy and slippery. So it's those combination of factors that have come together, resulting into this accident. So we're not just experiencing snowfalls. Those are happening far away from where I'm at, in high-lying areas like your Graaff-Reinet, your Cradock, as well as your Buckley East. But in further down, closer to the coast, we're seeing a lot of heavy rains and some strong winds. All that adds to the adverse weather conditions that we're experiencing and the challenging driving conditions that we are facing. But what we've noticed so far is that the snow is beginning to drift towards the east, towards the areas that are on the border with the Free State and KZN, areas like Wappertsburg Pass and Graaff-Reinet and Louwsburg Pass, which were the first areas to be hit by snow yesterday, and that snow has since been cleared, and those passes are open to all sorts of vehicles, including trucks. But the problem now is on the eastern side, on the border with KZN, particularly Buckley East.
Unathi, if you can, for this final question, just steady your camera if possible. I know that you're on the go and you're going to lots of different places. How do you monitor and make sure in real time that there are, issues on the road insofar as either bad weather or obstructions in the road? What system do you have in place, if at all, to kind of create a bit of an early warning to motorists who might be using particular roads? How responsive are you to potential obstacles that just, pop up spontaneously?
I've had to speaking to Minister of COGTA, Minister Shabisa. We are working very closely with COGTA in the province as well. They are coordinating us, ensuring that all departments are on board, agriculture, social development, as well as municipality, to ensure that those trees that fall on the road are removed swiftly so that we can avoid crashes like this. And of course, social development to offer the humanitarian assistance to those destitute families, agriculture, because we're seeing a lot of small-scale farmers losing a lot of livestock rather when conditions are like this. So we are well coordinated by COGTA under the disaster and the rapid response to ensure that we are able to respond timelessly, monitoring the snowfall as well, and making sure that when the need arises to close the road, we do not think twice in doing that. It's never an easy decision, but it's generally done in the interest of the safety of road users. So COGTA is coordinating us very well in ensuring that all departments are on board to respond to the disaster, along with municipalities as well.
All right, Unathi, as you go about your work as well, you and your teams stay safe, and we'll check back with you later for other developments, particularly in the Eastern Cape.